Mr Deputy Speaker, and it's interesting that those opposite come in here today and talk about and try and rubbish our economic plan. I mean, the reality is that we have got record jobs growth. Now, you can't argue with the facts. 403,100 jobs have been created over the last 12 months. That's a little over 1,100 jobs each and every day. 1,100 jobs created each and every day over the last 12 months. Now, I know that's inconvenient. It's an inconvenient truth for those opposite, but the facts remain the same. You don't like hearing about that. 1,100 jobs. Now, you say that this government places great importance on everyday average Australians, and everyday average Australians are the beneficiaries of those 1,100 plus jobs every day. So, but if you take as an example and you contrast what those opposite are doing under the Leader of the Opposition, they will be introducing $150 billion of extra taxes. Now, there's no doubt that those opposites subscribe to the Jeremy Corbyn and the Bernie Sanders School of Economics. We stand for mums and dads. We stand for small business. We stand for jobs. Those opposite have got no clue, absolutely no clue. They lead with their chin. They come in here, they bring butter knives to gunfights. It's quite amazing. Now, if you look at what those opposites stand for, those opposites stand for a protection racket for you-know-who, a protection racket for the CFMEU. And I notice that some of those opposite here today were proudly sitting in the Federation chamber just a couple of days ago with their CFMEU badges on. They're not wearing them now. They're not wearing them now. Now, let's just have a look at this. Now, in his address to CFMEU workers at the Oakey mine, Mr Shorten said, "You should also say to your families that Bill and Brendan," sounds like some sort of a movie, "Bill and Brendan have the highest respect for the mining and engineering division of the CFMEU. These people will be with you the whole way. Always have been, always are, always will be. If we form a government, yeah, we'll do the right thing. We won't let you down." Now, for some of us who are a little bit more suspicious of the Leader of the Opposition, I'd say that's he's up to no good. He's offering them all sorts of skullduggery. Now let's just look at a recent case about the CFMEU. The CFMEU is the gift that keeps on giving, and yet those opposite still continue to come in here and support them, wear their badges, and not only wear their badges but take their money for Labor Party donations. Whilst the federal court, in a recent matter just a couple of days ago, Federal Court Judge Richard Tracy reiterated previous court findings that the CFMEU showed a repeated disregard for the law, spending millions of dollars of union funds on penalties when the money could have been used to benefit their workers. Now, there's look, I've got some interesting figures here about. Here we go. Now, those opposite might be interested to know this. The ABCC told the court in that same matter that the construction and general divisions of the CFMEU's Victorian and Tasmanian branch received a revenue of $30.9 million in 2016. 30.9. Now, there would be many businesses in Australia that don't receive that sort of money. It had a net surplus of $226,000 and net assets valued at $58 million. Is it any wonder the CFMEU treats fines imposed by the courts as the cost of doing business, as the cost of running a protection racket for its continued thuggery of its officers.